Hello everyone, this is Mr. Karate Jesus here again with another review, and this time is for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, and it is Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. Yeah, we're here again with another Assassin's Creed Among Us, and frankly, just like its predecessor with the Vita, it's pretty much not what you expect it should be. More like a watery DLC. Let's go with this review. In this game, the Assassin's Creed, of course, it puts you as a female lead character named Aveline. You can dress her up just like the men in the previous Assassin's Creeds, but in Liberation, the clothing is more profound than simply just upping up your armor for defense. Aveline has access to 3 personas. The assassin persona. Of course, with this persona, you are equipped with blow darts, a machete, and it also increases your notoriety a lot more than the other two. But you could also dress as a slave and a lady. With her lady persona, Aveline can use her charm to convert professionalism with the guards in the game to lure them into stealth spots. With doing this feature, it gives her a way to, attack the guards in a stealthy way, and without the other guards knowing. On the downside of the lady outfit, you are restricted to just her formal wear. Combat is very scarce, and she would not be able to do all the things in the slave and the assassin outfit, such as running very fast, running up a tree, running up buildings, and stuff like that. Meanwhile, her weaponry in this outfit is a elegant converted paracel that she can shoot blow darts from, and of course, just punching people in the throat.
You were shouting again. Was it the nightmare?
You can also, like I said earlier, you can have the slave outfit. The tutorials for this is mercifully brief.
Never.
And in one of the earliest missions, you will learn that the slaves are much more likely to arouse suspicions when you are simply just walking around. One way to reduce this suspicion as a slave, you can be seen doing work, of course, like carrying a crate or sweeping a floor, picking some cotton, or doing something what they expect for a slave to do. The barks of the characters even change. For a while at least, people muttering no education at a slave in French while you're running around is surely some mistakes to a lady. Weirdly, halfway through the game, these barks are mostly replaced with words whooping. But when it works, it is impressive.
Enough. The man is down.
And
don't abuse what little power.
Unfortunately, this aspect of the game fades into the background fairly quickly.
What's this all about?
And the games become largely about waypoint chasing and following relentless on-screen prompts. You can't change in the street, but you can change by buying changing rooms, which let you pop in and out like some kind of 18th century Clark Kent. This is just about all you get to upgrade in the town. Despite the promise, Aveline isn't a terrible, compelling character, but what lets her down isn't her acting, or even the script of the game. It's the fact that the story is so uncomfortably fragmented. In Sequence 3, Aveline pretty much starts a riot such as Connor did in 3. When the riot begins, she pretty much tries as Connor to become a hero. But the screen fades to black and a watery non-character tries to establish himself as a potential sidekick and love interest of Aveline. The narrative jump cuts happens constantly in this game, making you feel like you're in a jigsaw puzzle. It doesn't make the story impossible to follow, but it does make the story difficult to enjoy. And that's frustrating, because it feels like a decent story, and it seems like it had potential, but not executed. For a game that relies on familiar carousel of missions to carry you from one plot point to another, the broken narrative execution is a major drawback. And it means that Aveline becomes almost as tedious as Connor simply because there is no chance to her to develop any real personality. And that is very bad, especially for a single player game. Many of Assassin's Creed 3's hallmark innovations are here. Those V-shaped nooks in the trees, killing animals with quick time events, and scalping boat rigging. But there's no naval combat in this game, and the economy is limited to low-level gambling on boat and ships. The map is smaller, and you expect from a game that was born on a worthless handheld such as the Vita, but it's also much sparse in terms of distraction and side quests. One of the ways that rather better Black Flag and Brotherhood hold your attention is by dazzling you with the options. Along with an interconnected system of rewards and unlocks, Liberation has very little of that, which makes it feel much more linear. With bare bones free running and assassinations, even the bonus objectives are unusually easy. There's generally only one, and most of them will complete without requiring any replay. Most of the action takes place between the location of New Orleans and Louisiana's bayou. This new swampy terrain isn't much fun to traverse, thanks to the waist-deep water that makes progress sluggish. Canoes are an alternative way to travel, but they are awkward since you don't have the touchpad of the PS Vita. Another thing, you cannot stand to blow a fire of a blow dart while you're canoeing. The other new thing in the game is a whip. It's better in this version, letting you combo enemies in with a yank or a punch and strangle guards from a safety treetop. This HD update of Liberation came at a strange time. It deals with slavery more convincingly than the recent Freedom Cry DLC for Assassin's Creed 4. But as someone said, do you want to play a version of AC3 with no naval combat, a decent but badly told story, and a map devoted of distractions? You'll probably shrug away and say, well, you're asking the question in such a loaded way. It's clear you want me to say no. And that response that we just forced in your mouth is the correct one. Beyond imagining how the Persona system might have improved in the future, there's no compelling reason to play Liberation. Just go back and polish up everything you missed in Black Flag instead. So that's why this game gets a whopping 6 knockouts out of 10.